Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back. This is Jessie here, and today I have got a huge box to unwrap and go over with you, and in here is a very anticipated bag, at least for me it is. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back. If you like handbag talk, please subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. I hope you guys are bearing through this cold front. We woke up on Sunday to a lot of snow, and even now into Monday late afternoon, the snow still hasn't really completely thawed. So I'm hoping that the temperature stays up a little bit so that the snow can finish thawing through. Now this bag is very comparable to another bag that I have in my collection, and when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. I was really excited for this size to come out. It's been out for a while, but I wanted to watch some reviews on it first, give it some thought, and then think about if I wanted to actually order it or not. So I did, and I ordered it. That's why I'm here. This is a Coach bag, and I learned about this size when I was making the return for the Coach compass. And if you haven't watched that video of why I returned it, I'll have it linked down below. But I learned about this size when I went to return the Coach compass, and I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna order it, but I didn't know. Wait, what am I doing? I didn't know if I wanted to order it or not. I'm trying to do this so that you guys don't see the shipping label, which is kind of difficult, but it's a humongous box. Let me back up a little. There, that's better. There it is. It says Coach, as it usually does, and it has this, like, I call it the butcher paper. I don't know if there's another name for it, but they didn't really pack this well. They just like threw it in with this paper, and there's nothing else in the box. So you kind of already know what it is, but I wanted to show you how it came packaged. So it's literally, they threw the bag in this paper, in this humongous box, which I am going to put somewhere else. Now, the reason why this unboxing and this bag in particular is so important is because I'm considering selling the bag that looks a lot like it from my collection, and you'll see what I'm talking about now. No more talking, let's get straight to the bag. This is the bag here, and I'm gonna go ahead. It came really nicely wrapped, but it didn't come with any padding inside of the box. You win some, you lose some. What are you gonna do? All right, here it is. This is the Coach Brooklyn 34. Now, this is in the color black, and it is made of genuine full grain leather. It says that right there. The bag, the style number of the bag is CCU00. It has a length of 13.5, which I'm assuming is this. The height of 12.75 and a width of 4 inches. Now, can you guess which bag this is really comparable to? The YSL 5A7 large hobo. Now, right off the bat, I'm telling you, this leather is so much more supple and smoother and just easier to grab than this one. It could be because the bag is stuffed too. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off all the wrapping, and then I'm gonna turn you guys around so we can look at it up close. Here she is, all unwrapped, and that I'm gonna give you like a quick spin on it before I turn you around. That's the bottom right there. All right, so here she is up close. It does say Coach New York there. The leather does feel a lot softer now that I've taken all of the rigid cardboard out of the inside and took all the stuffing out. It does feel softer. I do like that the stitching is a dark gray. It may look a little bit white on camera, but it's like a charcoal gray. So it gives it a little bit of contrast without giving it, there, that's better, without giving it too much contrast. I would not have liked it if they did like an off-white contrast stitching on this. I think that this is contrast enough to kind of have it stand out, but it doesn't stand out too much. Here's your hang tag, and then here are all the details of the bag. So in comparison to my YSL 5A7, this leather has more texture to it. It's not as polished as this one is. This one has more texture to it. Let's see, there we go. it feels grainier, but it also feels more malleable. As you can see, like the strap just kind of, you can do this to the strap. You do have this really heavy, chunky hardware on the end, so that's why it tends to do this. But I don't want to compare apples to oranges here, because it's kind of the same silhouette, but it's two completely different leathers. But this leather does feel nice and soft, and it looks a little dull, so I'm hoping that it patinas over time. We'll see. When you look at the inside, you have a magnetic closure, which is a huge pro, and I say that I'm not going to compare them, but just to kind of give you where my thought process is. This little loop here, where you do this, I feel like it's going to wear this piece out. And then even when you do that, it has this, the box just fell. Even when you do that, it has this huge like slouch here. I call it like its little belly. And that's how you close this bag. I like that this bag has a magnet, that I don't have to loop anything through anything. I just do that. And as you could see, it is very strong and it finds itself over and over again. So I like that. And I like that the opening here is a little bit more narrow than in the YSL. So when you go inside, you do have a slip compartment with a little snap, which I can also appreciate that it has a snap. And then on the inside, it's just one big, massive black hole. So here you've got the stamping here, and then this here is pretty rough. It's rough. It's not anything that's like super luxurious to stick your hand in and feel the microfiber of the suede. No, this is pretty rough in my opinion, right? And the handle is very stiff. I'm thinking that once you put some weight on this in the bag and you carry it, this will loosen up and it'll stretch over time. But it does stand up on its own once you have it all closed. So with this bag, you are going to have to use the pouch method. I already see that I'm getting some smudges here, and I really don't have anything on my hands. My hands are clean. I just cleaned them, and I already have some smudges on the bag. So let's see how this goes. You are going to have to use the pouch method with this bag because there are no like compartments. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to look to see if I can find an organizer on Amazon for this. But with bags that taper like this and they cinch up top, that they don't have like a zipper or they're not really wide, I've noticed that the organizers kind of collapse in on themselves. And then when you have to find something, you have to like rip the organizer apart, like separate the ends so that you can get to your belongings. And I don't want that for this either. So I'm hoping that this can be kind of like a mom / everyday bag / if I don't want to carry the diaper bag, I can just put a few things in here and go. So our 3-year-old is in the process of potty training. So hopefully I won't have to consider a diaper bag for a while. So some of the things that I usually carry, this is my Louis Vuitton mini pochette. I've got in here just a few knickknacks, some hand cream, cuticle, oil, the Flower Bomb travel perfume. I'm really liking this. This is the Flower Bomb 2. It's called Extreme, and it is extreme. It stays on me all day. Blistex, we're now in the winter and I need to keep my lips super moisturized. I have a little makeup remover wipe. This is for my psoriasis that my dermatologist gave me. A Tide to Go, hair clip, eyeliner, portable toothbrush, and portable toothpaste. I have one use here. Something just fell. I have some teeth whitening strips. I'll usually pop these in my mouth if I'm stuck in traffic or if I have a long drive. I'll just use these in the car. I used to do it all the time when I used to live in Miami. I would have to drive from Homestead to downtown Miami every day. So I had a lot of time on my hands, and then some pictures of my kids here in the back. And then my little Jesus that I found. And true story, I like to purchase the little Jesuses and I like to leave them all around the place too. So I'm just going to shove all of this back in here and put it in the bag. I still don't know what fell, but we're going to go with it. So that's what a mini pochette looks like inside of this bag. Next up is my Victorine wallet. I love it because it carries cash, card, and coin, and it stays relatively slim. And I like that the card holders, like the card slots, are very tight so that my cards won't come out. I need to do an updated review on this because I've had this for about 3 years and I use it every day. So that's what that looks like. That keeps closing on me. This is the mini MKs from Dress Up Your Purse. It's Melody Cecile. And this is like my little medicine kit. I've got Advil. These are chewable Tylenols for my kids in case they need them. I've got all sorts of stuff in here. Band-Aids, sting relief, alcohol wipes. I think I even have, yeah, like Neosporin, things like that. So we'll drop that in there. And then these are like my loose items. So I've got things that I always reach for that I don't like to put in a pouch. My makeup compact, this is just my foundation. My lip gloss, I love this shade. My AirPods and my car keys. So I'm thinking I just throw these in the back. What do you think? Just do that. That way, if I need them, I can always just reach in the bag and get them. I don't like that it does this waviness thing, but we'll see. And then the true test is if this will fit in there. Now in here, like I said, my 3-year-old is transitioning from potty training, so I don't need to carry a whole diaper bag with me anymore. I've got their medicine in there if they need it. But in this, I just have a few, I think I have like 3 diapers in here, 3 pull-ups. And then I've got a Clorox to-go wipe and their hand sanitizers. So, and some wipes in here. I don't think that this is all going to fit, but we can try. I think it's going to take up way too much room. Let me see. No, it fits. It actually fits. So if I kind of stack these up like this, it fits and it closes and it gives me a really awkward slouch. I don't like that. It looks like a sad face. I don't know. Let's see. That's a little better. Again, I don't like that cinching, that like waviness in the back where it like cinches in on the sides. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do here. But that's just to give you an idea of what fits. Now I also have, let me just grab it really quick. I also have my large iPad. I think this measures 9 inches by 11 inches. It's about the size of a sheet of paper. That's usually what I compare it to. Let's take all this out and see if this fits in there. This claims to fit a laptop in it, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to angle this in. Let me put this in the frame, Jessica. Okay, let's see here. I don't have to angle it in, but I do have to. Oh, it fits. It doesn't fit on the tab, so I might have to like do something like that. And then I won't get any slouch whatsoever, but it fits. I can take it if I need to. And this is a pretty big iPad. My kids' iPads, they're getting iPads for Christmas, hopefully. And they're gonna get the iPad minis. So I was kind of hoping that I could fit in my belongings, which is all of this, plus this, and a few iPads. I don't think I'm gonna get all of that in there, but maybe I could just get a smaller pack for this and just get like a portable size wipey thing, and then just carry like 1 or 2 diapers with me, and then I'll be able, and I could put that in a Ziploc bag, put it in here, and then I'll be able to carry their iPads plus my younger son's things. I think it's a keeper. I'm gonna try it on really quick, but I think she's cute. And when I don't have all of my son's things with me, what is that? Is that the Creed? Oh, that's the Creed from this side. Okay. When I don't have all of their things, I can easily fit in here all of my things, plus a bottle of water, plus my Kindle. Look at that. Like goes like perfectly in there, no problem. I don't like that everything is like jostling around in there, but it is what it is. I've got Capri Sun. I don't know why this was in my Speedy, and some Oreos for snack. I don't like this. I don't like this. What is causing this? I don't know. But you get the idea. A ton fits in here. As long as you use pouches, you should be able to stay relatively organized so you don't have everything jostling around the inside and you don't have things coming out of here. But she fits a lot. She's the perfect size between the 28, which I've owned. I never showed it on camera, but I did own it. I returned it because it was a little too small for me, but I think that this is the perfect size. Hallway to do the mod shots today. I hope that this is good enough lighting, but I don't think I mentioned this to you, but we went through an extensive mold remediation process that started in my closet. The water heater for our home is located in our master closet, and the mold spread to the room. It stayed in a corner of the closet. Luckily, my handbags were not affected. That's the first thing I checked for. Everything was fine there. They were in a separate spot in the closet, but the mold went into the master bedroom and I had to tear down walls. And unfortunately, all of my things are all over my house. Like my clothes are in one room, my makeup is in another. It's been really crazy, but I wanted to do the mod shots anyways. So here is the Brooklyn 34. And here's what it looks on me. Here's what it looks like on me. I am 5'7", about 150 pounds for reference. I have lost some weight. I'm trying the GLP-1 compound, and I'm gonna remain that I'm at 150. And we're just gonna leave it at that. But I have lost a little bit of weight. My clothes are fitting me a little looser than normal, but here's the bag. She's cute. I really like how it sits on me and it doesn't, like, I don't have to do this. I like the slim profile. I know I said that I wanted to carry everything in the kitchen sink in this bag, but I like that it's slim because in comparison, here's the YSL 5A7. And I feel, I don't know if it's because of the thickness or the stiffness of the strap, but I feel like this sticks on me a little bit better than this. And they look very similar. They look so similar, but I'm not sure. I think I'm liking this one more. Now that we're in the colder months, I also wanted to show it to you with a few more other options for the top. This is just a rain coat, or I don't know, it's called the utility jacket from LL Bean. This is a size large, and then this is what this looks on me. So if I'm doing this, as you can see, she starts to fall off the shoulder. But I don't have slopey shoulders. My shoulders are pretty square. I feel like if I put her like way up here, it'll stay. It stays a lot more than the Longchamp Le Pliages, and it actually stays put more than the YSL. So this is what she looks like with a little utility jacket on. Really cute. This in maple with this kind of color combo would be really nice. Here it is with a long puffer jacket. This kind of hits me right above the knee. Again, I'm 5'7", and here is the bag. I love that it has a really generous strap drop, so you can carry it comfortably. And then another thing that I like to do with these totes is I'll just like fling them around the back if I'm getting something out of the car, or if I'm having to, like, you know, bend down to tie my kids' shoes or to tie my own shoes. I usually just do this and I fling them to the back, and I could definitely do this. It also passes the elbow test, meaning you can put this on like this without having to fish it through with another arm. So if you have a kid on your arm or you're trying to do something with one arm, you can easily just put it right in. And I'm a taller girl, so I have longer forearms, and I still have, as you can see, a little bit of room. Does she stay on with the puffer coat? Yes, she does. And especially if you do this like I do, I just fling it to the back and I do what I need to do, and then I let it fall back to my side. And last but not least, I wanted to do my favorite leather jacket. This jacket is from Quince. It's a size large. I've had this for about 2 years, almost 3 years, and it is perfect. It is genuine leather and it is so soft. I love this jacket. I might get it in the brown as well. However, I might not, because brown doesn't fall in my color wheel. I had my color analysis done, and I'll have that video linked down below as well. So I'm trying to stay within my colors here. And here's what she looks like with a black leather jacket on. Fling it to the back, that's what she looks like. Super, super cute. I think I'm really liking this silhouette, and I like the sharp corners that may give some people pause. But I don't know. A lot of the people that have reviewed this bag already said that they're not having a lot of corner wear. And here's what she looks like on the crook of the arm, which I won't ever carry it on the crook of the arm, but she's cute. She's a cutie. I don't want this to be too loaded of a video. I wanted to keep it to the Coach Brooklyn, the majority of the video, but if I was watching this, I would probably be scratching my head and saying, why would you sell this when you already have it? Well, it turns out that I don't need such a huge bag for everyday use. I learned that when I unboxed the Maison de Sabri saddlebag. I didn't move out of that saddlebag for almost 2 weeks, and I'm realizing that I only need a larger silhouette like this when I'm out and about with my kids. I work from home, so I only use my bag to get into my car, drop off my kids, run 2 or 3 errands, and come right back. So I don't need this beautiful, luscious, gorgeous bag sitting on the shelf just collecting dust. I'd rather have somebody else that needs this for every day to use it and love it and cherish it. But I didn't want to give up this silhouette completely and not have it in my collection, because this is a good bag to use when you have a lot of things that you need to carry. When you're a mom and you don't want to bring the entire diaper bag with you, you just want to bring a few things. This is the ideal bag, but I don't use it every day like that. I hope that makes sense. So that's my review on the Coach Brooklyn 34 in black. I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm kind of torn. There's a lot of things that I like about this bag that the YSL doesn't have, and a lot of things about the YSL that this bag doesn't have. But I'm really liking this. I just like the feel of it, and I kind of like that it's more of an east-west style instead of a like north-south orientation like this one. Let me know in the comment section below. Either way, I hope that you found this informative. If you have any questions on this bag, if there's anything that I can answer for you, please let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.